Ron Howard embodies both triumph and survival in Hollywood. The boy whose face became a fixture in American homes carried the weight of an industry that demanded more than childhood could offer. Behind the warmth of Opie Taylor and Richie Cunningham lies a story of sacrifice, isolation, and relentless perseverance. From early stardom to blockbuster films, Howard's journey reflects not only success but also the cost of it. His life illustrates a rare paradox. The person the world adores may not be the person who thrives. In his case, fame and creativity were inseparable from challenge. Early life in Duncan, Oklahoma. Ronald William Howard entered the world on March 1st, 1954 in Duncan, Oklahoma, to parents Rance and Jean Howard, both working actors navigating uncertainty. From infancy, his environment centered on ambition rather than innocence. The soft comforts of childhood were replaced with call sheets and studio schedules. Even before he could fully speak, the glow of cameras shaped his world. When the family moved to California in the mid-1950s, Ron's days were filled with auditions and sets rather than playgrounds. The industry became the backdrop for his earliest memories, forming a foundation of resilience that would define him for decades to come. Childhood on the studio lot. By 18 months, Howard's life revolved around sound stages and filming schedules. His first steps were taken under harsh lights rather than soft grass. Classroom lessons were conducted in trailers, dwarfed by crew activity and smoke, while adult problems spilled into a child's world. Men argued over lighting and props. Some crew members were often drunk. Even the studio bathroom required adult explanation. This environment replaced traditional childhood experiences with lessons no 6-year-old should endure. Amid applause and scripts, he developed early self-reliance. The pressures of Hollywood demanded maturity before he could grasp it, creating a tension between public adoration and private struggle. Opie Taylor, fame and isolation. In 1960, Howard became Opie Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show, instantly beloved across the nation. Yet beneath the smile, loneliness persisted. Schooling was limited to 3 hours per day, and peers were colleagues, not companions. Recess, friends, and normal childhood experiences were largely absent. The fame that offered comfort also acted as a gilded cage. Outside of work, teasing and ridicule followed him home, compounding feelings of isolation. Humiliation, like public accidents, left deep emotional scars. This early duality of adoration and vulnerability would shape Howard's resilience, teaching him that recognition often comes at the expense of personal innocence. The Music Man and early setbacks. At 8, Howard faced the pressures of The Music Man, struggling to meet expectations. Panic during a dance routine revealed the anxiety that accompanied professional responsibility. He feared disappointing adults whose approval seemed essential to his very existence. Each challenge reinforced both his resolve and his understanding of rejection. From these experiences, he developed a stubborn determination to persevere. Childhood was measured not in play, but in resilience. These early trials foreshadowed the endurance that would define his later work as a director. The pressures of stardom demanded a maturity beyond his years, and Howard responded with quiet defiance. Adolescence and the weight of recognition. By age 13, Howard carried the image of Opie Taylor like a second skin. Fame provided security, but it also trapped him in public perception. Casting directors often saw him as too recognizable or frozen in time. He felt the dual burden of professional expectation and personal stasis. Efforts to break free, like the short-lived series The Monroes, were met with disappointment, reinforcing feelings of inadequacy. Howard's early career illustrates the conflict between personal growth and industry pigeonholing. Adolescence became a negotiation between self-definition and public image, preparing him for the challenges of adulthood in an industry that prizes nostalgia over reinvention. Happy Days and professional transformation. In 1974, Howard joined Happy Days as Richie Cunningham. While the show brought renewed visibility, it also reopened old wounds. Fame shifted toward other characters, and Howard endured questions about his place in the spotlight. Yet during this period, he began to explore opportunities behind the camera. Studying at the University of Southern California's School of Cinematic Arts, Howard discovered film's narrative power. This shift allowed him to envision a future where he could shape stories rather than be consumed by them. The experience illustrates the transition from on-screen performance to creative autonomy, marking the first step toward reclaiming control over his life and career. Directorial debut, Night Shift. By 1982, Howard had left child stardom behind. His directorial debut, Night Shift, marked the beginning of a new chapter. Unlike acting, directing allowed him to shape performances, structure narratives, and exercise authority over production. While the film earned modest financial returns, it showcased Howard's competence and vision. The transition from actor to director represented more than professional evolution. It symbolized personal liberation. He was no longer defined by childhood roles, but by his ability to orchestrate creative outcomes. This period reflects the shift from public expectation to self-determined artistry, laying the groundwork for future blockbusters, splash, and mainstream success. In 1984, Splash shattered expectations, grossing over $69 million. Howard's career as a director became not only credible, but commercially viable. With financial stability came recognition, yet the pressures of success intensified. Days extended into 16-hour work sessions, from location scouting to executive meetings to editing. Personal sacrifices multiplied as Howard balanced professional ambition with familial obligations. His marriage endured long stretches of absence, and moments with children became rare. The success was undeniable, but it came with an unspoken cost. Relentless work fueled not by greed, but by the fear of being remembered only as a child actor. Apollo 13 triumph amid turmoil. Howard's 1995 film Apollo 13 solidified his reputation as a master storyteller, earning 9 Academy Award nominations and over $350 million worldwide. Yet, professional achievement could not shield him from personal challenges. His mother Jean's health declined, and his brother Clint struggled with addiction. Howard confronted the reality that fame and accolades could not insulate him from life's sorrows. These experiences underscored the limits of professional success as a shield against human vulnerability. Even at the pinnacle of his craft, he faced isolation, illness, and family crises, revealing the emotional toll of a life spent balancing public expectation with private responsibility, family loss, and reflection. The passing of Howard's mother in 2000 and his father Rance's decline emphasized the fragility of life. Personal milestones and career triumphs could not replace missed moments with loved ones. Lessons from these losses reshaped his priorities, teaching him the value of presence, compassion, and relational investment. Pulling Clint back from the brink illustrated the quiet heroism often required behind the public eye. Howard's personal trials highlight the cost of long-term professional devotion and the importance of nurturing relationships. Success, he learned, is hollow without warmth, care, and the ability to remain connected to family. Later, career and enduring legacy. Howard's career continued with films like Cocoon, Willow, and Backdraft, blending commercial appeal with emotional depth. Over decades, he demonstrated persistence, precision, and narrative intelligence, transforming Hollywood storytelling. Yet behind the acclaim lay decades of relentless labor, self-imposed pressure, and the drive to prove his worth beyond child stardom. His story embodies the tension between creative fulfillment and personal cost. Howard's journey from a studio-bound child to an acclaimed director illustrates not only professional mastery, but the resilience required to navigate fame, family, and personal growth simultaneously. Conclusion: survival and wisdom. Today, Ron Howard embodies gentleness, reflection, and creative authority. He has learned that true success is measured not in revenue or awards, but in peace, presence, and human connection. His story teaches that persistence, empathy, and the courage to redefine oneself are essential for enduring life storms. Fame brought him early recognition, but survival brought him wisdom. From the boy trapped in Hollywood's glare to the director shaping the world's stories, Howard's life illustrates that greatness emerges not from perfection, but from the ability to endure, to love, and to keep moving forward despite adversity.